Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. This is Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So we finally hear from Todrick Hall, you guys. We were talking Celebrity Brother, Big Brother US Season 3. And Todrick finally decided to come out and give an interview and to pre-warn you. Basically, it's a lot of deflecting. There's no ownership. There's a lot of cliches thrown out there. There's just a lot of BS, basically, but we'll get into it. So Todrick decided to do an exclusive with Entertainment Tonight, and he said the following. He says, Todrick Hall is speaking exclusively to ET about what went down in the Celebrity Big Brother house. The 36-year-old singer-songwriter nearly won the third season, but ultimately lost out to his ally Misha Tate, who nabbed every vote but one. Real talk, Todrick never had a chance. But that's neither here nor there. Looking back on his time on Celebrity Big Brother, Hall admits to ET's Danny Directo that he has some regrets, and ultimately he shares, I'm happy with the game I played. So that means you didn't mind being messy. Hall adds, I wish I had, that the personal statements wouldn't have been said. I wish I wouldn't have crossed into a personal level, but I don't regret being on the show, and I've learned a lot from it. Yeah. The singer also wants to apologize for a lot of things that offended people, but notes, for me, it's just a game. So you wanted to apologize, but you haven't apologized, and you're saying a whole lot of nothing. As for the more heated moments on Celebrity Big Brother between himself and other house guests, Hall says, that's really not a part of my character. Yeah, it is. I don't get into fights with my real friends like that, and I just think that it showed a lot about myself, he insists. When it comes to his biggest regret, Hall confides, I think my biggest regret is ever letting the lines of game and reality blur together, and ever saying anything so negative to somebody. I actually liked everybody in the house. There's not anybody I didn't like, and I've seen people on Big Brother get into huge fights, and then years later they're at each other's weddings. I don't think that's happening. I hope that something similar could happen here, because I feel like I really formed a great bond with certain people. In particular, Hall has a soft spot for Tate and Cynthia Bailey, who was the only one to vote for him and not Tate in the finals. Cynthia's just an angel to me, he tells ET. Misha and I still talk and text every day. What may surprise Celebrity Big Brother viewers is that Hall says that he really likes spending time with Shayna Mogler. Really? I find this to be this is just nonsense. I really liked her. They didn't show this. We saw everything. We saw the live feeds. What is he talking about? But I was the person rooting for her on the other side of the house for a long time, he says. I thought she had great fashion. You shamed her. You said she had on no clothes. And that she was dressing inappropriate in leggings. Make it stop, you guys. I can't take this. I cannot take this article, you guys. I thought she had great fashion. We had a lot of real moments. You insulted Shayna. You said she didn't deserve to be on the show, and that, it's not fair that she's getting large child support payments and is nothing and is a nobody. You said all this stuff about her. What is he talking about? We had a lot of real moments. It's unfortunate to me that we're the ones that were butting heads the most, but I think time heals all wounds. I don't think so. That being said, Hall absolutely regrets regarding how he treated Mogler. There are things that got heated that were said. My issue is that we were filmed 24/7, and I was under the impression that the live feeds would be on the entire time. What? The live feeds were on the entire time. See, this is where I am a little agitated, because Todrick claims to be a super fan, claims to, have housed the cookout, last season, and they even house sat for him while he was on Celebrity Big Brother, and he basically used them to try to get on the show, and now he's all trying to act brand new, like, oh, I thought that the live feeds, would be on a lot more, and they really weren't, so people couldn't see the real me. No, we saw the real you. They did the best edit that they could to, make you redeemable on the show for the casuals, but we saw the real you. So then it says, while I'm not saying that releases me from any responsibility of things that I did when there There are open moments on the live feeds where sometimes certain days the live feeds were only on 7%. That's not true. See, here's the thing. Obviously, this is telling me that some producer must have fed him some BS, right? Some producer must have fed him some BS so that, because here's why I know this. Todrick started to change up the minute that he got word that he was hated by America. And then that's when he tried to switch up and try to change the narrative and try to say all of this stuff that, you know, was nonsense, was full of it and everything else. Like, it was so obvious to me. And this 7% nonsense, that's laughable. The audience is forced to try to fill in the blanks of what happened during that time with information. We're not... The only time we're for sure blacked out is during the HOH competitions. Like, let's just keep it a buck, right? And unless it's a competition that is like a wall comp or something, then we get to see it play out on the live feeds. But for the most part, we get to see most of the live feeds. So I have no idea what in the hell Todrick Hall is talking about right now. There are certain parts of Shayna and I's situation that are just completely not true, but we saw the truth. We saw everything that happened. And are you just going to completely gloss over Chris Kirkpatrick and how you said that, you know, he should be ashamed of himself and he's not a good father to his son and everything else? I just can't. So he's saying that all this stuff about him and Shayna aren't true. Hall is adamant that he didn't have issues with Shayna until she started having issues with me first. What? Seriously? I would love for us to build a relationship at some point. I don't dislike her at all, he tells ET. Hall is now putting the drama behind him and focusing on his career, as his new music video for Queen will be released on Friday, and he's currently on his Femulin tour. A lot of people who have wanted me to fall down, cancel my tour. Well, first of all, I don't really care about your tour, whether or not it was canceled, because it's not like you're playing in sold out arenas anyways. It's more like the House of Blues and like some clubs and this and that. So really either way, I don't think anybody's affected. So, but he says, a lot of people wanted me to fall down, cancel my tour, and not move forward. And I'm like, that's not my style. He says, of moving on after being deemed the villain on Big Celebrity Big Brother. I am always going to fight. I can learn from this, and it can make me stronger. As for the message behind Queen, Hall explains Queen is about being born different. I've always felt that way. I looked at the world. The way that I move through the world is different. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I am definitely, as the kids call it, extra, but there is nothing that I've ever done to change that. Hall says that he wants his song to be an anthem for people who are extra, who are different, people who do not understand, who are polarizing, or for whatever reason. The singer adds, it's strange because we shot the video before I moved into the Big Brother house, but this song in this video has completely different meaning now post Big Brother. Yeah, I just think this is just nonsense. And I'm sure Misha is pissed that Todrick is revealing that they still call and text each other every single day, knowing the backlash that Todrick was receiving and that she distanced herself and at least unfollowed him on social media for optics. Boy, it's the audacity for me. I hate that these Big Brother players, especially ones who claim to be super fans, try to insult the intelligence of the audience. Try to insult us and make it seem as though we didn't see anything. Maybe we only saw a couple of clips here and there on Twitter and we're drawing all of these wrong and incorrect conclusions. No. We have access to 5 feeds 24/7. There are certain points where there's outages in terms of, like I said, for the HOH competitions or whenever they throw the house guests a party, which maybe happens a couple times out of the 3 months, to where they turn the feeds off because there's drinking, there's some other things going on. Sometimes they play music during that and they don't want to get flagged for copyright infringement and all of that stuff. So And then sometimes there's some other miscellaneous activity that takes place. So those really are the only times that they turn off the feeds, is for certain type of competition, certain types of twists, or if they are throwing a party. But anything outside of that, for the most part, we get to see. And even sometimes we see remnants of the party or whatever the fallout or aftermath is. And of course, they turn off the feeds for the lockdown days, which most of the time happens on the days that they film. So the eviction episodes, there's always a lockdown. And sometimes there's other lockdowns in the event that they need the house guests to be all, in the HOH room or whatever, if they're building, a veto comp or whatever. But again, we see pretty much, I would say at this point, for Big Brother US, we see probably at least 90% of what's going on. Literally at least 90%. And I would say that's even higher for Big Brother Canada. I would say Big Brother Canada, we see like 97% of what's taking place. So it's just very mind-boggling to me, like, that after all of this time, you would think that Todrick would just give a genuine apology, say that he is going to take full accountability, full responsibility for his actions, for the things that he said, for the things that he did, that he went too far with a lot of the comments about his fellow house guests. And I find it interesting that he only feels that he said something wrong about Shayna when he basically claimed to hate her the most, allegedly. And he has nothing to say about the other house guests that he said nasty and disgusting things about as well. Like, it's so weird, It's so weird. And it feels like he's still playing Celebrity Big Brother. It feels like he's still trying to be strategic on the outside. That knowing that a lot of people like Shayna, she was in the top 3 for AFP, so that's going to be the only person that he identifies as somebody that he, quote, may have said something to hurt for or whatever. But you didn't come for her until she came for you first. What? And that you loved her fashion when you directly said that she was naked. I can't. I cannot, you guys. Basically said that she did nothing, that all she was a baby mama to celebrity men. Like, he dragged her for filth, like, every single day. So the fact that he is completely trying to spin this and trying to make it as though that he was this nice gentleman to her, that he treated her with the utmost respect, that's hogwash. He was the main person that bashed everybody. And then Misha just stood there like an innocent bystander, but then she would throw in her little 2 cents or nod along with Todrick when he was saying all this nonsense. So it's just, like I said, it's the audacity for me. It's the nerve for me that you really think that people have short memories. You think people have amnesia. You think that diehard Big Brother fans have no clue what you said, that casuals are going to eat this up when we have all the receipts of the nasty things that you said. Like, give me a break. Give me a break. So, I'm over it. Todrick, until you can take full accountability for the things that you did and said. I'm calling this fake news. And that's going to be that. So let me know your guys' thoughts. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys again very soon.